Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to PSG's webinar, Qualifications and Use of Contract Sterilization Services. My name is Shirley Tam, and I'll be your host for today. As you can see from your GoToWebinar toolbar, we have a number of tools which you can use. If you have questions during the presentation, please use the question tool to type in your question, and both myself and the speaker will be able to see them, and we will answer them throughout the webinar. This webinar is scheduled to run until 3 p.m. today. If we don't get through all the questions today, or if you have additional questions later on, you can please feel free to email info@psg.ca and we can get your responses to them. Please note that the PSG does not provide electronic copies of presentations. If you would like to receive a hard copy, please email info@psg.ca and confirm your office or home mailing address, and we will mail you a physical copy. Our speaker today is Gordon Dobrindt. Gordon has spent 13 years doing various quality assurance roles ranging from the importation and distribution of OTC products to the production of RX drug products to his current role in quality management at a contract sterilization facility. Gordon completed his undergraduate studies at the University of Guelph, and in addition, he has completed the PSG QA certification program and the Industrial Pharmaceutical Technology program at Seneca College. Gordon, thank you so much for being with us today, and without further ado, I will hand it off to you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and thank you for everyone for being on the call this afternoon. My goal today is to give everybody a real good practical overview of some of the services that are available out there for different types of products and how you would best qualify those vendors to bring them in to your organization as part of your supply chain. In addition, today I'm aiming to leave a fair bit of time at the end, so obviously we can have a little bit of discussion, hopefully some questions back and forth, and work through any open questions or concerns you might have at the end of the presentation. So at this time, thank you for being here, and I'll jump right into our plan for today. So some of the key things I was looking to cover today is current modalities and industry applications. When we talk about a modality, that is basically the type of sterilization technology that we're going to be applying in a given model. Most facilities in this industry are single modality, so you would have one site that only really did one type of sterilization activity. There are a few larger ones that are what we call dual or multiple modality sites, where they would say offer something like ethylene oxide gas sterilization as well as E-beam radiation sterilization. Within Canada, the facilities that are available to us within Canada only offer single modalities per site, but there is a spectrum of what is available in the Canadian space. The other thing we'll look into is modality selection, and this is really to help us understand what process fits your product. Either this is an existing product that you may be looking to change modalities on and change how that project is processed, or it could be something like, you're in the R&D phase or development of something that you're looking to put a submission in for, get licensed to get it to market. How do you select which modality is best suited to the type of product you're looking to develop? We'll also go into some detail on vendor selection, qualification, and management, as the use of this type of contracted out facility will be a little bit different from any of the other types of facilities you might be managing, something like a contract packager or a contract testing facility. There are some very unique differences in this industry, and I'll highlight sort of where those would fit in to your vendor management process. We'll also go through some detail on the national and international standards that control this industry and the way we do things and how we manage product, and what is most applicable. What is handy there is there are a lot of international standards that are well suited for this. So if you were looking to produce and have a product processed in, say, Europe or America or Canada, the standards applied would be the same across the board. Once you sort of get your head wrapped around some of those individual standards, you can apply them out to whatever market you're really looking to get your product into or processed in. We'll also take a look at validation, where the customer fits into that and what the customer needs to know, and then what the facility is responsible for and how they manage the validation of both the equipment and the process itself. In the case of sterilization, the process validation basically breaks off into two streams. One is to verify the microbial effectiveness of the treatment to show that you're knocking down any bioburden that you might have in your product, as well as the physical qualification of how the given sterilization system manages itself and applies quality. We'll also review some process critical control points and what parameters you'd be looking at. Some of the processes involved have many contributing factors and lots of things you would need to evaluate on a given run. Some of them are very linear and maybe two variables in how you would show that you've had a successful run and met your specification. We'll go through that in some detail. I've also added in a section on the end covering off two key things that I think are good awareness for anybody looking to use these types of services. Is what are the challenges that the industry is facing, because most of these technologies are fairly well established and have been around for at least half a century, but obviously the marketplace is changing, so there are some challenges